Good evening. So my name is Andy Barker. I'm one of the judo instructors here at the Hawk's Nest. We have flyers on the table. If you're interested, please check them out. So what we teach at the Hawk's Nest is judo. And judo is it's a grappling martial art. So it consists of throws, hold downs, joint manipulations, and chokes. A couple ways you can win a judo match. You can win by a clean throw. So if I were to throw Mr. Dominguez here with appreciable force on his back, that would be the end of the match. So a match can last literally 5 seconds. Other ways that you can win, you can hold your opponent down and pin him for 20 seconds. You can win on points, and you can also win via submission. So either by an arm bar or a choke. So judo is it's an Olympic sport. Anybody out there watch MMA? Ronda Rousey? Yeah, so she's done a lot for the sport in the last couple of years. Became a sport in 1964, Olympic sport in 1964. The founder of judo is Jigoro Kano. He was in 1882. He took jiu-jitsu, Japanese jiu-jitsu, and took all the dangerous aspects out of that and decided to develop judo so he could practice safely. And his vision was he wanted to bring it around the world and share it with everyone. And at the time, most of the martial arts in Japan were kind of a closely held secret. It was the opinion that we don't want to share that with Westerners. But so we're going to put on a little demonstration for you guys tonight. This is Fernando Dominguez. So the hallmark of judo, the foundation is before you can really start and get into judo and practice safely, you have to learn how to fall correctly. Falling correctly is going to prevent injuries, not only for yourself, but for your training partners. So a couple things that we do, we have what we call a back break fall. So you're going to notice that he's going to keep his chin tucked, and he slaps the mat. We slap the mat at a 45-degree angle. And the reason we do this, go ahead. The reason we do this is it kind of disperses all the energy. So if I were to throw him onto his back, and he didn't snap out, he's going to feel it. He's going to get hurt, right? And he's also going to keep his melon off the mat there. It only takes one time to bounce your melon off the mat to realize that's not a good idea. So this is a back break fall. We also have side break falls. Same principle, keeping your chin tucked. Go ahead and roll. Back and forth, same principle, dispersing the energy to keep you from getting hurt. And then we also have a forward roll. You guys have probably seen this in all the movies and everything. So again, Ace Taniguchi, he's going to demonstrate for us a couple throws. You mess aside. So the first throw he's going to demonstrate, Osotogari. So Osotogari is a major outside reap. It's actually a pretty basic throw. It's a pretty simple throw, but it's a very effective throw. So what he's going to do is there's 3 parts to every throw. To get somebody to throw them, you have to get them off balance first. You have to enter into the throw, and then you have to execute the throw itself. So, they'll go ahead and demonstrate the throw. So what she's doing is she's breaking his balance in his rear corner. She's stepping in, and she's actually she's reaping the leg out from underneath it. It's not a step, it's not a stomp, it's not a kick, it's a reap. So one more time, please. Yeah, do a sort of guard. So that would have been game end right there in a tournament situation. So the next throw we're going to demonstrate, one-arm shoulder throw, or it's called Seonagi. This is the one that you always see in Hollywood that's done horribly. So again, you have to off-balance your opponent. You have to be able to step in and then execute the throw. So the reason I'm having Vanessa demonstrate these throws is because in judo, you shouldn't use strength at all. You should use all technique. It's all about using your opponent's momentum. It's all about leverage. It's all about the low center of gravity. So fortunately, she's shorter. So she's able to get in on taller opponents easier and break their center of gravity. So the next throw is another Another Hollywood throw you see a lot. It's called the Moonagi. So it's basically he's going to roll back. It's a sacrifice throw. So one more time. So along with throws, if the throw wasn't clean, say you didn't win that throw or didn't win that match on that throw, then we enter into what we call newaza or ground work. So that's when the grappling aspect comes in. So again, we have pins, we have chokeholds, we have arm bars. So we'll just demonstrate one hold down. This is a very basic hold down that we teach all the beginners. It's called keizagatami, loosely translated into scarf hold. It's a very simple hold down, but it's very effective. So what he's doing is he's wrapping his left arm around his neck. He's going to pull the opposite arm underneath his right arm. And he's really going to chicken wing it in. He's going to pull on his sleeve and chicken wing it in. And he's got a good solid base here. So every time Ace moves, Fernando's going to move with him. Reason being, if he doesn't move with him, Ace is going to sweep him basically. He's going to take the more advantageous position. So that's the very basic. There's lots. There's several. If that hold down is done appropriately, effectively, it's damn near hard to get out of. So that's the grab on the ground and say Fernando doesn't have this hold down quite effectively. What he can do is Ace just demonstrated a sweep, but from there Ace can go ahead and get an arm bar or submit or a choke. So let's demonstrate. Everybody's watched UFC in here. Everybody knows rear naked choke. So rear naked choke, or mata leon, and the Brazilians say. In Japanese, we call it hadaka jime. So very effective. If done appropriately again. If you have the choke in correctly, matter of seconds, 3 to 5 seconds, the person's going to pass out, take a nap on it if they're not tapping. So what he's doing here is he's basically cutting the blood flow off from the carotid arteries. It's not a wind choke, it's a blood choke. And once the blood stops going to the brain, it's nighty-night. There you go. And show the alternate version. Huh? No hands. So this is an alternate version. This can work pretty decently in a no-gi situation or an MMA situation. And then you want to do kataha, and then one other choke. Effective, it's called kataha jime. And all he's doing is wrap around his shoulder. He's got his arm across his neck, and again, he's cutting off the blood flow. He's going to sleep. All right. You want to demonstrate So if they're fighting in a tournament here, and he throws him, and he doesn't have quite a clean throw, again, we're going to enter into grappling, some groundwork. There's an arm bar. Basic arm bar that you guys see probably a lot in MMA. So what he's doing is he's pinching his knees in, he's got his arms using the fulcrum effect, and he's lifting his hips up. It's really hyperextending the elbow. So this is what we call a basic arm bar from guard. So you can see Ace is trying to fight it pretty good, and it's if you got it, you get it quick. You can defend it, but it's pretty hard. So, again, Judo, tournament style, you get out there and you're fighting against your opponent. Now, how we train for that is every class, at the end of class, we have what we call randori. That's loosely translated into free practice or sparring. So we're just going to do a quick, loose demonstration on how a little bit of sparring we go. So we get players on the mat, the ref would say hajime when we begin, and then basically they try to throw each other or submit. Mate. Mate. So that was a clean throw. That would have won the fight right there. Going around. Let's see one that's not quite clean throw so we can understand. Hajime. So most tournaments are 5 minute rounds. And at the end of the round, there's no winner, and it goes into what we call golden score. And then you just keep going. There's no time limit until one person either throws or submits. So again, the ways that you can win is either by clean throw, you can win on points, you can win on pinning your opponent for 20 seconds, or you can submit them. And my turn.
Yes, sir. Who scored it? And who decides to score it?
So you have, the way it's scored is you have a main referee, and then you have 2 side judges, and then you have your table scores. The main referee is out there on the mat with the opponents, with the competitors, and he's the one that awards the points or whatnot. However, with that being said, if the ref makes a bad call, he says that was a clean throw, side judges say no, it wasn't, they'll waive that off. And then it's just, that's how you accumulate points that way. Did that answer your question? Anybody else have any questions? So it's a pretty, it's a fun sport, it's a rough sport. I can't tell you how many injuries I've had over the years, but it's worth it. It's great cardiovascular. It's a total body workout. Yeah. To the point where it kind of breaks your body. But anyway, if anybody's interested, if we can go through some stuff with you guys, if anyone wants to get on the mat, we'll go through slowly with you. And if you don't have any questions, that's pretty much our demonstration. We have class every Monday at the Hawk's Nest, 7 p.m. And periodically throughout the week we'll have different classes as well. So flyers are on the table again. Feel free to take those. Hopefully we'll see you guys out there.